I was asked, how is Marine Corps boot camp? And from my understanding, very little to nothing has changed in boot camp. Marine Corps recruits are treated the same way now as they were when Parris Island started. My understanding is that Marine Corps recruits are treated the same way now as they were treated when the recruit depots started. Based on my conversations with Marines that came before me and certainly Marines that come after me. And I gotta tell you, for me, boot camp was easy. That's right, Marine Corps boot camp was easy. Here's why it was easy. So I went to boot camp in March. When you get to boot camp in March, you're in March in South Carolina. For those of us who live north, like I grew up in Connecticut in the Northeast, going down to South Carolina in March, well, that's spring. The weather is warm. So you come down and the weather is warm. However, the sun is strong and you're out there, you don't get to put sunblock on and you get sunburned. So that sucks. But if you are from the southern state and you're going to South Carolina in March, that can be very cold, and then you will struggle with the cold. I remember a guy that I recently bumped into at a gun show here in Miami. I looked at him, he recognized me, I recognized him, and then quickly we identify each other's name 20-something years later. But I remember him and a couple of other people struggling because they were from Miami and they went up to South Carolina in March and they were cold. Well, for me, I had just spent 40 days down in Brazil and it was summer, so I had a nice tan. And why is that important? Because I was not getting sunburned like the other people from the north. Since I came from the north, I was not freezing. I was actually enjoying the weather. And then by day 3, day 4, I realized that no matter how fast I move, how loud I screamed, nothing I did was going to be good enough. So I decided, you know what? I want to make this suck less. I flew right in between the pack. I did not draw any attention to myself. You know, I was not a squad leader. I was definitely not a guide. I didn't care to. And let's get this straight. I was definitely not the worst in the class. In some of the tests, I knew the answers to every single question, and I deliberately would answer 1 or 2 wrong, just so as not to get the highest score and not to draw attention to me. And that way I was able to graduate almost without being noticed. And here's how I know that I managed that. Because as we were formed up and the senior drill instructor, because I guess I was in first squad, if I recall, the senior drill instructor is coming through, handing everybody their Eagle Globe and Anchor and saying, "Congratulations, Private First Class Miller. Congratulations, Private Smith. Congratulations, Private Rodriguez." And then he gets to me, he looks me in the eye, and Marines in our service uniforms, we don't have name tapes, so he had nothing to read. And he looked me in the eye and said, "Congratulations, Marine." I win because the senior drill instructor did not know my name. I was able to do everything. I graduated, good standing and everything else, and I was able to get out of there without being noticed. Now, did it suck? Yeah, we went to the sand pit. Yeah, I got quarter deck. Yes, there were fire watch. Yes, everything. I went the same stuff as everybody else, but by not drawing attention to me, I made it suck less.